Hi second graders, we are going to get started on a new project today and we are going to be working with the element of design called color. Now, you guys already know quite a bit about color and I'm sure that I've taught you about the warm colors as well as the cool colors, but I like to review those every year. So, for this project we are going to be working with those color groups. Now remember, the warm colors are colors like red, orange, and yellow. I think about like really hot days or the sun or fire. Those are all colors that you could find in fire. And that helps me remember. And then for the cool colors, it's green, blue, and purple. So we will be using those two color groupings separately to make our project today. I will do that demonstration in just a second. Okay, so you are going to be doing a project where we trace our hand, and we're going to use the warm colors and the cool colors to make this kind of pop, and it'll also be sort of like an optical illusion project. So what I am going to do is set my hand on my paper, and I'm going to trace it, including my wrist, as well as part of my arm. I don't want my hand to be floating, so I need to make it go all the way to the edge of the paper, which means that I have to do part of my arm, okay? So it looks like this. Now, the next step, you have a couple of options. You can do circles for this next step, or you can do like a square shape. It's kind of up to you. It's going to be, like, the circles are going to look a lot nicer if your circles look really, really rounded. And if you do the squares, you might want to do it using a ruler. And I shouldn't say squares, it's going to be more like an L shape. So I'm gonna do the L shape for my demonstration. And I'm gonna use the ruler. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge of the paper though. What I'm going to do is go part way and then go straight up. And you're going to do that on the whole entire piece of paper. So it looks like this. And I want to try to keep that whole line the same thickness. And I want every line to be just about the same thickness. Now I'm not going to be so picky that it needs to be measured or absolutely perfect. We just want it to be close to the same thickness everywhere. Okay, so it would look like this. I would finish up here and I would go all the way down my paper until the whole thing is filled up. Now at some point, I'm going to run out of space making my L shape. And when that happens, you are going to just be making straight lines across your paper. So I'm going to kind of show you what I mean by that in just a second. Okay, we'll call that good. So once I have these two lines drawn, the rest of my lines are going to be going straight across the paper from one side to another, like this. Okay? Now, I was going to have you do the coloring part of the project, but this drawing the lines may be a little time consuming. So for next time, I would just like you to draw these lines and then draw your hand, and then you can also Sharpie everything, preferably with a thick marker. Unless your lines get really, really close together, then you're going to want to use a thin Sharpie. Okay? If you have any questions, please let me know.